You know that little piece of plastic or metal you carry around everywhere? It seems so simple, right? But behind every single tap or swipe, there's this hidden world of high-tech manufacturing, super tight cryptographic security, and a global logistics network that literally never sleeps. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and explore the secret life of your payment card. I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? Where did this thing even come from before it showed up in your mailbox? And how in the world does it talk securely to banks halfway across the globe in just a split second? Well, let's trace its entire journey, right from the very beginning. You can really break down a card's life into three big stages, kind of like a three-act play. Act 1 is its creation, where its physical body and its digital soul are forged. Act 2 is the journey, that high-stakes trick to get it safely into your hands. And finally, Act 3, its life out in the wild, powering our transactions every single day. Okay, let's kick things off at the very beginning with the unseen blueprint. This is where a card is physically born and where its digital identity is created from scratch. So you might think that a new card just starts out as a blank piece of plastic, but that's not it at all. It actually begins its life as a pretty sophisticated piece of hardware from a specialized manufacturer. I mean, even before your name is anywhere near it, it's already got a magnetic stripe, a chip, and a unique serial number so it can be tracked from day one. Now, this is where that physical card gets its digital soul, and it's a super meticulous 5-stage process. First, all your personal data is organized. Then, unique security keys are generated just for you. After that, everything gets encrypted, formatted perfectly for the personalization machines, and finally, it's all validated to create one unique, secure digital file, the blueprint for your specific card. At the absolute heart of all this security is a special device called a Hardware Security Module, or HSM. Now, this isn't just a piece of software. It's a physical, tamper-proof box. You can seriously think of it like Fort Knox for your card's data. It's the vault where all the most critical security operations happen. So what exactly is this digital fortress protecting? Well, pretty much everything. It manages all the encryption keys, it handles your PIN securely, it generates that little 3-digit CVV on the back, and it even creates the secure credentials for when you add your card to your mobile wallet. It's basically the unsung hero of your financial security. Once that digital soul is created, it's time to personalize the actual physical card. The first pillar is a classic, encoding the magnetic stripe. Your data is written onto that familiar black strip, but it's done with incredible precision, following really strict international standards to make sure it'll work in any card reader, anywhere on Earth. Next up is Pillar 2, personalizing the chip. This is where the card really gets its brain. Your info is uploaded onto that tiny microchip, a mini operating system is installed, and it gets activated for both tapping and inserting. This is literally the smart in your smart card. And the final pillar of creation is the surface printing. This is where your card gets its face, right? Your name, the card number, the bank's logo, it all gets applied here. And they use techniques like laser engraving or that raised embossing, which aren't just for looks. They actually make the card more durable and secure. Okay, so the card is now fully formed, both inside and out. It's ready for the second act of its life, the secure journey from the factory to you. You know, getting that card from the production facility to your mailbox, what they call the final mile, is every bit as critical as making it in the first place. It's securely packaged, it's mailed with constant tracking to guard against theft. But honestly, the final and most important security check is you. That card is basically just a useless piece of plastic until you get it and activate it. So the card is now safe in your hands. Act 3 begins. It's time for it to become a key player in the massive global transaction engine. So when you tap to pay for your coffee, what's really happening behind the scenes? Well, it's a super fast 2-step dance. The first part is called clearing. Think of this as the banks all exchanging digital IOUs, making sure all the transaction details are correct. Then comes the second step, settlement. And that's when the actual money moves. The IOUs get paid, the coffee shop gets its funds, and your account is officially charged. But what if something goes wrong? Say a package never arrives, or you get charged twice. That's where your financial safety net kicks in, the chargeback process. It's pretty straightforward. You dispute the charge with your bank, they pass it along to the merchant's bank, and then the merchant has to either give you a refund or prove the charge was legit. And chargebacks can happen for all sorts of reasons. Fraud is a huge one, of course, but it also covers you for things like goods that never showed up, products that were broken, or services that weren't what you were promised. It's a really fundamental piece of consumer protection in our modern economy. A card's life isn't just about making payments, though.
There is this huge support system working 24/7 in the background to keep your card and your money safe. And this is the ecosystem of services we all kind of take for granted. Things like being able to instantly block a stolen card, or change your PIN online, or just check your balance. And of course, that proactive fraud monitoring that flags a suspicious charge. All of this works together to create the trust and security we expect.
And here's something you might not know. Your card isn't just a static object. It's actually an evolving instrument that can be updated long after it's in your wallet. That's right, it's a dynamic financial tool. Your bank can actually push updates to it remotely. They can do things like adjust your spending limits, update security protocols, or even change personal details on the chip, all without ever sending you a new card. It's constantly adapting to be more secure and more useful for you. So when you step back and look at the whole thing, you see the complete life cycle. It moves from those raw materials and intense data prep through the whole secure delivery process, and then finally into this dynamic loop where it lives its life, powering transactions, getting support, and even receiving updates. It's an incredibly complex journey that feels totally seamless to us. And that's really the big takeaway here. That simple little card is so much more than just a tool for buying things. It's a true marvel of engineering, this perfect blend of physical manufacturing and cryptographic security. It really is a cornerstone of our global digital world. So the next time you tap to pay, just take a second to appreciate the incredible hidden journey that made that simple moment possible.